What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about it. Bitcoin just took another massive slide down. Bitcoin currently sitting right now $92,700. We know for the past few weeks we have been trading between $95,000, $97,000. We were all wondering and saying what's going to happen next. Typically, after Bitcoin trades sideways, there is a move. There's either a move to the upside or a move to the downside. Well, guess what happened first? The move came to the downside. There was a sudden spike to the downside. Red candle just spit. We lost $3,000 in a matter of minutes, 60 minutes or so. A lot of loans were liquidated instantly. Didn't know which direction the market was going to move up or down as far as Bitcoin, but now that we see, it is down. Like we always say, never get comfortable with Bitcoin. When the market was pumping up, I say, hey, don't get too high when it's high, and when it goes low, don't get too low. Continue to be patient. This is not an overnight thing. This is not a 24-hour thing. Just because it dipped is no big deal. If we dip down to $82,000, $83,000, it's no big deal for me. I got dry powder on the side. I am ready to buy any massive dips that come my way. So other than that, I'm just kicking back because my bags are already packed. Even though my bags are beat down, they're packed. I got positions in some of the various coins. I got positions in Ethereum, Solana, XRP, all that good stuff. I got small cap coins that I got positions in. So I'm not really tripping with the instant movements, the 24-hour movements, the 1-week movements. This is a long-term position for me as far as how I'm holding. Q1, who knows what's going to happen. It did. January started off awesome. $92,700 is not bad, but just to see that instant spike because we didn't know whether it was going to spike up or spike down, and now that we see Bitcoin dominance 59.05%. Fibonacci index dropped 5 points to 45. It was at 59 to 45, so it cooled off a little bit. Ethereum, $3,212. Not bad for Ethereum. If Ethereum can continue to hold above $3,000, I think that is excellent. Also noticing the Ethereum dominance ticked up a little bit with 12.35%. So even though we saw a massive dip, massive decline in Bitcoin, look at what it did to the Bitcoin dominance. It pushed it up. We're 12.35% now. So that is something for us to continue to pay attention to. So you always want to ask, why did Bitcoin spike up? Why did Bitcoin spike down? Sometimes, most of the times, it is hard to understand it. It is hard to identify what that particular reason was. But if you take a look at some of the things that's going on in the geopolitical realm, we know that terror threats are around there with the United States trying to acquire and conquer Greenland. A lot of moving parts. Mr. President is trying to be a bully in the world economy and the world in general, trying to bully folks about, if you're not supporting us in obtaining Greenland, then we're going to slap these tariffs on you, X, Y, and Z. So that right there could be what is causing the market to shake and rattle just a little bit. So, but is this just a overreaction? Is this just an overreaction and we need to just relax? Yeah, we dipped down $3,000. We're at $92,500, $92,700 right now. But we know we could drop another $3,000 and we'll be right back at $89,000, $88,000, where we started at the beginning of 2026, which was $86,000, $87,000. So as fast as the market will give it to you, it'll take it even faster. Everybody was hyped up and excited. Bitcoin pumped $97,000. Now we're back at 92.7. We see some red candles start to get produced, and now people are doom and gloom once again. I told you cryptocurrency is not to be trusted. Altcoins are trash, X, Y, Z. So this is a very emotional asset that we're in. We know that. We know it's very volatile. So as soon as it spike up, everybody's happy-go-lucky. We're in a bull market. As soon as we see It dipped, then it's a scam, it's a bear market. Cryptocurrency is going to go to zero. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. So that's what's going on right now, threats of the terrorists. But if you take a look at silver, take a look at gold, these things are continuing to pump. You take a look at the futures right now for the stock market, it's red. Dow Jones down 300 some points, S&P 500 down. The futures are red. So will the stock market be red tomorrow? Will Bitcoin continue to dip and show signs of weakness tomorrow? That is what tomorrow will be. That's what we'll be looking at tomorrow. Now it's very interesting. We talked about Bitcoin being a store of value. You look at silver and gold. Silver and gold are the traditional store of value assets. They are pumping. Especially in times like this, you want to place your assets in something and just store it away. I don't want it to be sitting over here, sitting over there. Let me store it so that it's safe. You store something to make sure that it's safe. Let me store it in gold. Let me store it in silver. Well, look at what silver and gold is doing. All-time high. Silver and gold is kicking butt right now. They're green. Is Bitcoin really a store of value? Are people really looking at Bitcoin like it is a store of value asset? Or is that just something that a talking point for us in the cryptocurrency market? Or is that something that will be more solidified further on in the future? Maybe the next cycle, maybe the cycle after that, people will really start to identify Bitcoin as being a store of value asset. But as of right now, silver and gold are kicking butt. Bitcoin is not really performing like a store of value asset as of right now. So just very interesting, when we see these spikes to the downside, especially these sudden spikes, well, they're all sudden. But sometimes when they spike down, it's 1,000 one day, 1,000 the next day. But to see $3,000 or $4,000 in one day, that's what really starts to get a lot of folks into a frenzy, really have folks starting to panic. And that is where a lot of the fear and uncertainty starts to build and folks start to get nervous. $92,700, I think we're still in good shape, but we just have to see where all of this noise is going to go. Last year we saw the talks of tariffs really destroyed 2025. Go ahead and make it plain. It destroyed cryptocurrency 2025. What will 2026 be like? Will these tariff talks continue on? Or is this just a one-off? Will things get cleaned up? Will there be a resolution to these tariff talks? Sometimes you got to take a deep breath because it is hard to make sense out of what is going on. It's hard to try to project what will happen because things are all over, especially with this administration. There is really no format that we can compare it to because we've never seen some of the unorthodox things that are transpiring with this administration. So it's unlike anything we've seen before. So it's hard to make sense, hard to really try to pinpoint what's going to happen next, when it's going to happen, why it's going to happen. We know we do have FOMC meeting in a couple of weeks toward the end of January. We'll see Fed Chairman Powell do his thing. Hopefully we'll reduce interest rates. Hopefully that can be a positive catalyst to the financial markets, but definitely interesting times that we're in right now, man. 2026, like I say, 2026, it's going to be some pain. It is going to be some pain in 2026. Even though we may see some market pumps, we may see some increases, but there is going to be some pain. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty and confusion, like it always is in cryptocurrency, but I think even more so in 2026 because people really don't know what to expect. People really don't know when to buy. Should I be selling? Will there be a bull market? Is this a bear market? They don't know what 2026 is going to reveal. 2025, we got that out the way. Now we got to deal with 2026. So it's kind of like we not in the same boat that we were in 2025, because 2025 we did take a lot of the bumps and bruises. So hopefully 2026 we can lick our wounds from 2025 and we could continue to build. We can continue to grow. So come on over there, join us in a Patreon. We have a great and awesome cryptocurrency community, and we would love to see you over there. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I've got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.